here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Take the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Right. Although, it's, you know, you got so many different news agencies and all that, that they come up different lists and all that stuff. And anyway, there's one article I'm going to read over here. You know, Tyler Nubin's on the outside looking in. Now, it is an article about somebody wrote about having a breakout season, and Tyler Nubin wasn't on this list. Okay, whoopie-do. But, you know, let's not forget, you know, this guy can, you know, the guy's just hopefully just scratching the surface. I mean, he really did well for the Giants last year. Of course, once again, you know, like a lot of the Giants, he got injured, his season ended. Like Theo Johnson got injured, season ended. You know. But hopefully it's not a recurring thing with him, because he. I know at one of his seasons, I think he missed the final 2 games. Let me see here. All right, share screen. Let me pop up Tyler Nubin here. There we go. All right. So now he played. He actually played 5 seasons, because he went back because the COVID year. So a lot of guys wound up going back for like a 5th year, and that was him. So he had a lot of snaps. He played a lot. Okay, now this is here. That's his 2020 season. But if you look at 2023, right, his last season. Okay, let me shrink this a little bit here. Right, I mean, you know, he played. I think they said he missed his final. One of his seasons, he missed the final 2 games, I think it was. But if you see here, he played week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think week 7, he might have had a bye. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so, you know, he played a lot. Right? It wasn't like it was a long-term season-ending injury or anything like that. Right? 2022, you look here, right? He played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think week 6, they had to bye 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? You got week 2021. Okay. You see, I mean, you know, he played a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, I think 6, they had like a bye week. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Then he played a bowl game. So, I mean, he's been relatively healthy, you know, for the most part. They said he played a lot. So if you look here, he played 5 years. Now, obviously, his first season in Minnesota, he only played on defense, grand total 26 snaps. But you'll notice in 2020, snaps went up. And he played 652, 569, 768. So he's been relatively healthy. Okay. So hopefully, you know, what he had, his injury that he had last season is just kind of, you know, hopefully something that won't happen all the time. I mean, because I think we got a nice 3-headed monster back there. I'm not saying it's the greatest unit of all time or not like that, but it's a nice unit between Holland, right, who's an experienced veteran, who's very good. Got Nubin, right? He's going to be in his 2nd year. You guys coming on the up and up, right? And we have Belton now. Once again, are we going to be able to keep Belton after the season's over with? We'll have to wait and see. But you know, we got some nice safeties back there. All right, let me find here. Okay, so Tyler Nubin, he was left off the PFF's All-Breakout Team. Oh, well. Nubin might just sneak up on a few people this year if he stays healthy. Giants had little to celebrate last season, but an impressive 2024 rookie class, yes it was, gave fans some hope for a brighter future. While dynamic wide receiver Malik Nabers headlined the group, one cannot forget about the skilled defensive backs who made a noticeable impact, including Tyler Nubin. Yeah, our second and third round picks. Very good. Well, Pro Football Focus seemed to do exactly that when assembling its 2025 All-Breakout Team. PFF's Bradley Locker filled the safety slots with Kansas City Chiefs' Jaden Hicks and Theo Jackson of the Vikings, omitting Nubin from the list. A day one starter who impressed more than his physicality than his coverage skills. Nubin was constantly tough and fast to the ball, tackling hard. He did an exceptional job filling holes against the run, and at one point produced 3 straight 12-tackle efforts. That was toward the end of the season. Let's see. Let me see here. Those 3 straight 12-tackle. Let's see here. Go NFL. I think it was just before he got injured. He had, let's see here. Okay, week 13 against Dallas, according to PFF, he had 9 tackles, 3 assisted. Week 12 against Tampa Bay, 8 tackles, 4 assisted tackles. And in week 10, I guess we had our bye in week 11 against Carolina, 8 tackles, 4 assisted. So he had 3 straight 12-tackle games. Then it looks like in against Nolans, that's when he got hurt. He only played in 37 snaps. Up to that, I mean, he played 55, 72, 67, 56, 56, 53, 66. You know, I mean, so he was out there. Against the Saints, that's when he got injured. He only played 37 snaps. He had 4 tackles, 1 assisted. He basically played half the game. Right? But, you know, before the game he got injured, he had 3 straight 12-tackle games. Not too shabby. Let's see here. You know. Now, according to PFF, he got targeted 26 times. He gave up 19 receptions, a 73% completion percentage. So, you know, hopefully that's something he can work on, right, and get better at as time goes by. But, you know, it is undoubtedly his coming up and filling the hole and all of that and everything. You know, him I'm going to be talking about Phillips in a second here, too. I mean, those 2 guys, right, 2 fantastic. I mean, the first 3 picks, I mean, just, right. Tracy in the 5th round, good pick. Of course, Theo Johnson, was coming on. He was coming on, too. But, I mean, his first 3 picks were really good last year that we had. Let's see. The 24-year-old finished second on the Giants defense with 57 solo tackles. He also totaled 4 tackles for loss, a forced fumble recovery in 13 games before an ankle injury forced him to the injured reserve list. Nubin hasn't scratched the surface yet. General Manager Joe Shane diligently renovated the defense, but he also expecting returning players to take a distinguishable leap forward next season. Now, the object is, right, what you're trying to do, right, is that usually, you know, which especially what Shane says, and I've heard some other people talk about this too. By year 3, that's pretty much what you're going. You're pretty much at your ceiling. Boom, right? But from year 1 to year 2 to year 3, you should be kind of going up, right? So I mean, Phillips was pretty impressive last year. Nubin was pretty impressive last year. They can just go up. Right, the next 2 years, we got ourselves 2 really good ball players for a long time. Let's hopefully those guys can stay healthy. Second-year talents like Tyler Nubin and slot cornerback Drew Phillips are set up to succeed in the secondary. Although the Giants' pass rushing group has the collective capabilities to invigorate the fandom. You got that freaking right, brother. The defensive back room must also effectively carry its share of the workload. The team recorded only 5 interceptions during the 2024 campaign, ranking 31st in the NFL. More takeaways are essential. You got that right. Takeaways are huge because a lot of times it either eliminates points from the other team because maybe they're driving, and you take the ball away, so you eliminate points from them, or right, it gives you the ball in their half of the field. Maybe you take away the ball away early in the drive, so now you're setting your offense up for at least maybe a field goal try or something, right? And then the Giants had so many one-score games last year. We were 1-8 or 1-9, whatever it was in those one-score games. Those turnovers sometimes could be a difference. Therein lies the negative in Nubin's game. He recorded 0 interceptions and posted only 1 pass breakup in 13 games, which was a far cry from his ball hawk days at Minnesota, where he posted 13 career interceptions, which also was the all-time Minnesota Gopher record, 13. Still, Nubin has the ideal build for the position, plenty of speed and athleticism, and the aggressive attack mentality to match the measurables. The rest of his game is still developing, but there is a lot of promise and potential just waiting to be tapped into. Assuming Nubin finds a comfort level and can tap into his instincts more, expect his production to take a significant leap forward, which will put him firmly in the breakout player category for the coming season. So, but I mean, also put him in there also, too, with somebody like Holland, right? He can share some of his, his knowledge, everything. So that might help. But hopefully times would be better. But I mean, as I said, doesn't mean that Newman's going to be a Hall of Famer or something like that. I mean, most guys have a chink in their armor somewhere. Maybe for Nubin, it's possibly maybe, the pass, the breakups and interceptions. Although you would kind of think, as many in his interceptions as he had in college, that maybe that would translate over into the pros. But it's just one season, hasn't happened yet. But without question, his run defense was really, really good.